This is a new look for you, Tom.
Mm.
But where will we be without you playing with your hair?
I'll probably take it off within 15 minutes, don't worry.
Good. I'll get complaints. People like to see you playing with your hair. Les gens, ils adorent te voir tripoter. Good. We'll wait for people to turn up. Good. Claire, Denise, Tom. Good. Lovely. Good. Now, did Nathan message me? Let's see. Is he coming? Is Nate coming? Good. So off you go. So, oh, good, he's there. Lovely. So, Denise, say for me,
oh God.
I spoke to you only 60 minutes ago.
Je t'ai parlé que
Pause. When we use que to mean only, the que goes before the element that is only. So if you were saying I only spoke to you 60 minutes ago, I didn't sell you into white slavery, as opposed to, you know, then the que would go with the verb. If you went I only spoke to you 60 minutes ago, do you know what I mean? Then, you know, yeah, do you see what I mean? So, je t'ai parlé il n'y a que 60 minutes. Say that for me.
Il y a que 60 minutes.
Good. Be careful with that. So you want to use only about the verb something. He only kissed her in public. He didn't, you know, whatever, you know, the que would go before the kiss, the verb kiss, you know, but if you've got a number, que 3 fois, que 4 fois. So say for me, I only spoke to you 60 minutes ago. Alors je t'ai parlé il n'y a que 60 minutes.
Je t'ai parlé il y a 60 minutes.
Now, where's my que gone? What have we just been speaking about? The placement of que. Je t'ai parlé il n'y a que 60 minutes.
Je t'ai parlé il y a que 60 minutes.
Good. And don't be listening to the English on that, because English likes to place the only before the verb when there is one. Yeah? He only ordered 3 presents, but he has 4 children or something. Yeah. English will do that regardless of whether the idea is about the verb. He only ordered the presents. He didn't hand them over yet. There's still time to change his mind. Whereas English likes to place the only there both times. All right. Good. Tom, say for me. Yeah. So say for me. I would love your French equivalent to turn up, but he's lazy during the week. French Tom, as in that I was staying with the last 2 weeks ago. So say to me, I would love your French equivalent to turn up, but he's lazy during the week.
J'aimerais ton équivalent français d'être ici, mais il est feignant.
I would like your French equivalent to turn up. Who's doing the liking? Who's doing the turning up?
Someone else.
What do we tend to use when we introduce a new subject to do a verb?
Que.
Unless we're fucking around with faire for the causative or verbs of perception, they are the kind of 2 things that at the moment will allow you to put people back to back in a kind of rather little dance with each other. But apart from that, if you've got 2 people, what goes in the middle? The que. Sure. And once the que is in place, what does that invite consideration of?
The subjunctive.
Lovely. I wish your French equivalent were here.
J'aimerais que ton équivalent français soit ici.
Lovely. Pronounce the equivalent properly.
Équivalent.
Spell for me equivalent.
Hmm?
Spell the word equivalent for me.
EQUIVL.
Pronounce QUI in French.
Qui.
Ah, say for me equivalent.
Équivalent.
Lovely. Get the qui out of your head. Yeah? Keep it for words like quim in English. Yeah, it is not in French. Off you go. So Stephanie, j'aimerais bien que ton équivalent français, you know, yeah, ton homologue français, we can use as well. J'aimerais bien que ton homologue français soit ici. Go again.
J'aimerais bien que ton analogue français soit.
No, not analogue, homologue.
Homologue. Homologue français soit.
Homme.
Oh, homme.
Now let me introduce you to a concept. Brace yourself. This might be quite shocking. Sometimes two people of the same gender kiss, touch, and make out. It's desperately exciting, and they are called homosexual because it's two people of the same. Okay, so homologue is kind of the same, the equivalent. Okay, up you go. I know it's wrong, it's desperately wrong. So say for me, j'aimerais bien que ton homologue français soit ici. Or soit là, to be honest with you, soit là. Go again.
J'aimerais bien que ton homologue français soit là.
Gorgeous. All right. Colin, the colour you have put on today is the one my daughter likes to buy when it comes to wool. The colour you have put on today is the one my daughter, don't be writing it down, be listening, is the one, good boy, is the one my daughter likes to put on when it comes to wool. I like the show of hands, as in, Luke, you can check me, that was good. Nathan liked that as well. Off you go. The colour you've put on today. Colin, you are speaking to me from a scaphandre, from basically like a diving suit under the Atlantic. Can you sort out the microphone?
Is that better, I hope?
It's a bit, it sounds like it's on an Amstrad from 1983. Do we not have anything? I mean, you know, I'm not super techie, but it does sound a bit poo. Do you have Skype on your phone?
I do.
Would you be able to check in on your phone? I just think it might be a bit of a better pickup.
You want to go to somebody else while I figure this out here? I'm not exactly swift.
Okay. So sign out here, sign in on phone. I just think it'd be a bit of a better pickup for you. Yeah. The picture's great on your computer. I just think the mic is, sometimes the mic that people have is a bit poo, and they have to get like plug it in the mic jack and just buy like a separate little thing or some headphones or something. I don't normally like headphones, but it's a shame because the picture's good. That wasn't you, that was Hazel joining that made a noise.
Is that better with the sound?
That's fabulous. What have you just done?
I just moved you to my phone.
Marvelous. As per my suggestion. Lovely. So say for me, the colour that you've put on is my daughter's favourite colour. No, it's the one my daughter likes to. Let's go there. The colour you put on is the one my daughter likes to buy.
Le couleur que vous habillez.
Stand still. Listen, I'm going to give you some facts. I want you to listen straight away. Firstly, when you speak to me, you only need to tutoie me. Yeah, you don't need to call me vous. Secondly, what's the verb to put on?
Mettre. Se
Good
mettre.
man. Lovely. So say for me, the colour that you put on. La couleur que.
La couleur que.
Don't be lazy. Listen, any vowel left to your own devices, you all want to take it in the throat. Yeah, you all want to take it in the throat. Que. Couleur. La couleur. Okay. How do you say I have put? J'ai.
J'ai
Don't
mettre.
think in silence. Use your voice. Use mettre. Say I have put. J'ai. Let me hear you say j'ai.
J'ai mettre.
No. Don't
J'ai
move until you know. Don't. What did that achieve? You just went j'ai and jumped. Sit on it for as long as you want. As I said to Nathan. J'ai. Keep it going. J'ai.
J'ai mettre.
No. Don't come off it unless you've got something valid to go to. J'ai. I have put. J'ai. No more silence. Say j'ai and don't stop saying j'ai until you come up with something. I don't mind, Colin. Honestly, spend 30 seconds. Honestly, honest. Go j'ai. I put j'ai.
J'ai met.
No, that's the same thing again. Why is it going to become correct? Never repeat if I've said it's wrong. J'ai
mu.
Keep going, but it was a good attempt. It was vowel joining that I liked. Try a different vowel. J'ai. Keep going to j'ai. I don't want to hear silence. J'ai. Me. J'ai me. Yes.
J'ai mis. Ah oui.
Yep. And how do you spell me?
M-I-S.
Good man. So if I'm saying the color that I put on, how do I say that?
La couleur que
Excuse
je
me,
mets.
you had one correction. What was the fucking pronunciation of the word color?
La couleur.
No, excuse me, look at me. We're not going backwards, Colin. We don't do bang, bang, bang. We only join word sounds together and we listen to vowels. You've been told the sound on this vowel. Couleur. Repeat.
Couleur.
Gorgeous. I'm not going to repeat where vibration comes from. I'm not going to repeat how to join. I'm not going to repeat to keep the mouth discreet. I do not want to hear la, pause, cou with a bang, le, wrong vowel. All right? So go for me. La couleur. So the color that I put on. Off you go.
La couleur que je.
I put on is an action. Fuck me. I put on j'ai.
Que j'ai mis.
If it's got a feminine before it, what's it going to become? Que j'ai.
J'ai mis.
Good. So la couleur que j'ai mise is the one my daughter likes to buy. Don't move, just slide. A.
C'est la
No,
même.
is the one. No, is the one we point. Which letter do we point with, Coco? In
C'est
French,
long.
which letter do we point with in French?
Je ne sais pas.
You do.
Which letter do-
Say for me this boy. How do you say this boy?
C'est ce garçon.
Good. You need, with your microphone, to commit with your voice because it's betraying your So commit to a vowel. Otherwise, I hear it. So commit. How do you say this boy?
Ce garçon.
There you go. That was brilliant. How do you say this girl? Commit.
Cette fille.
Good. Which letter are we pointing with so far? Ce garçon, cette fille. Which letter are we pointing with so far? This boy, this girl. Which letter are we pointing with? Ce garçon, cette fille. Which letter are we pointing with?
C'est.
Good. Say it for me in English.
The.
Say it for me in English. What letter are we pointing with?
The C.
Thank you.
Set.
No. Answer my original question. What letter do we point with? What letter?
C.
Good. So we're going to point with a C, whether or not you're saying the noun or not. So if I'm now saying the one that my daughter likes, even though it's not going to have a noun attached to it, it's referring to the noun of color, which was feminine. So how am I going to say the one that my daughter likes to buy? I'm pointing to the letter C.
Set.
No.
Ce que.
No. That's what my daughter likes to buy. The one. What is it? Demonstrative pronoun as opposed to a demonstrative adjective. Celui.
Celui.
Now give me the feminine equivalent.
Celle.
That's it. Because you're saying the one. These are called demonstrative pronouns. They can be found in the video, The C Word, which is incredibly funny title. Obviously alluding to the word cunt. So basically, celui, celle is the one that my daughter likes to buy. Off we go.
Celle que ma fille aime acheter.
Gorgeous voice work. Gorgeous. Back you go. Oh, the colour you put on. The colour you put on is the one my daughter likes to buy. She loves mustard in wool. So la couleur que tu as mise est celle que ma fille aime acheter. Off you go.
La couleur.
No. Excuse me, I'm getting bored. What was the word colour? Don't skeletally navigate via consonants. Go via vowels. What is the colour?
Ce couleur.
No, the colour. I've told you before. What's the word the colour?
La couleur.
You put a pause between la and couleur, and I'll put a pause between your balls and the rest of your genitals. Do not put a pause between any vowel. Say for me, the colour. Correct vowel in place. No, la couleur. Do not pause. Slide from one to the next, like you've just beautifully done at the end of the previous step. Only slide for me. Off you go. The colour. Slide.
La couleur.
That kept the C nice and small. Notice. Notice. Well done. It also made you choose. Where is my vowel? It's couleur, not Q. Yeah. So la couleur, not Q. La couleur que tu as mise est celle que ma fille aime acheter. Go again.
La couleur que j'ai.
No. Listen, if I say you do you, the colour that you've put on, off you go. La couleur que. The colour that you've put on is the one my daughter likes to wear. Go. Be me. Be me. What an exciting time for you. La couleur que tu as mise est celle que ma fille aime acheter. Go.
La couleur que tu as mis, c'est la.
That my daughter likes to buy. Go.
C'est ma fille aime acheter.
Celle que ma fille aime acheter. All right, the one that my daughter likes to buy. When it comes to wool, now what's this gorgeous little expression when it comes to quand il? When it comes to quand il s'agit?
I don't understand the question.
Yes, you do. What's the expression? You just don't know the answer. When it comes to quand il s'agit? When it comes to what's so when it comes to wool, as in terms of wool, when it comes to wool, quand il s'agit?
Quand il acheter.
No. You're just guessing when it comes to. When it acts on itself about. Quand il s'agit. Finish it for me.
Oh, quand il agit.
No, quand il s'agit.
Quand il s'agit.
Lovely. Always going to be a quand il when you've got an I on the back of a D. So say for me, quand il s'agit.
Quand il s'agit.
So when it acts on, quand il s'agit de, and wool is feminine, so say for me, the wool. Do you know the vocab for the wool? For wool? La laine. Copy me, la laine.
À la laine.
Lovely. How would you say for me when it comes to chocolate, which is le chocolat? How would you say when it comes to chocolate? She only buys white chocolate. What the fuck is wrong with her? Quand il s'agit. How would you say when it comes to chocolate? Quand il s'agit.
Quand il s'agit le chocolat.
Dad, still you're not listening? I need you to be a sponge. What was the expression I said for when it comes to quand il s'agit plus which word? Copy me again. Learn to copy properly. Quand il s'agit de, go.
Oh, quand il s'agit de
Listen,
chocolat.
the more you go and keep it separate, you won't remember it. Close your teeth. You've done it beautifully today. You can do this beautifully. Close your teeth. Give me the blur. Quand il s'agit de.
Quand il s'agit
No.
de.
I don't listen. When I ask you guys to do something, fucking do it. Close your mouth and blur for me. Quand il s'agit de.
Quand il s'agit de.
Good. Use your imitation powers, Colin. Don't use your copying powers. You're all bollocks when you copy. None of you copy with any accuracy. Like really, you're all below average copyists, but you're all above average imitators, which is why you like language. Okay? So imitate me. Quand il s'agit de.
Quand il s'agit de.
Good. So which preposition do we end with that expression with? Quand il s'agit de, which preposition do we use?
De.
Great. And if I'm now linking it to le chocolat, because I'm speaking generally about chocolate, what's de and le going to become, Col?
Du.
Good. Nice twang, nice available twang. So how do you say for me when it comes to chocolate? Quand il...
Quand il s'agit du
No,
chocolat.
don't guess. What the fuck? Because we've done it 16 times now. What was the beginning of the when it comes to? Quand il... Give me that expression. Quand il...
Quand il s'agit du chocolat.
No, come with the vowels. It's not soggy, not like soggy biscuit. I'm sure Tom's played that game. So say for me, quand il s'agit. There's my vowel. Copy me. Quand il s'agit.
Quand il s'agit du
That was just to teach you
chocolat.
the vowel. Say it for normally. Quand il s'agit.
Quand il s'agit.
Good. So when you get given new information, come on the journey of the vowels. Come on the journey of the vowels. Otherwise, when you need to repeat it, it'll go all over the shop. So say for me, quand il s'agit du chocolat, when it comes to chocolate. Quand il s'agit du chocolat.
Quand il s'agit du chocolat.
Lovely. If I were talking about plural things, so let's say I was talking about political parties. Les, plural, partis politiques. Les partis politiques. Do an impression of me, les partis politiques.
Les partis politiques.
Good. Don't copy my words. Imitate me. Be the same speed. Be the same speed. Don't. If you're copying a sound, it should be the same speed. Don't listen to the words. Even if you don't manage a proper word, imitate me. Les partis politiques.
Les partis politiques.
No, I didn't go les partis. So why are you doing that? Copy my face. Les partis politiques.
Les partis politiques.
Good. Imitate me. Take more of Luke than you think you need. So say for me. So if I want to say when it comes to political parties, quand il s'agit.
Quand il s'agit des partis politiques.
Good, Matt. Go again. Keep your face closed. Quand il s'agit des partis politiques.
Quand il s'agit de partis politiques.
No, close your mouth down and only the appropriate word after s'agit. Go again.
Quand il s'agit des partis politiques.
No, we haven't had it correctly. Slow down. Less teeth. Do not bang along the way. Slide.
Quand s'agit de...
No, you've been given that 4 times, Colin. You're disappointing us all as an adult. Il s'agit. Quand il s'agit. Off you go.
Quand il s'agit des partis politiques.
Good. Now throw it away like you're drunk. Quand il s'agit des partis politiques.
Quand il parle...
No, there's no can. Fuck off, it can. Quand. Match the vowels. Quand il s'agit des partis politiques. Throw it away. Quand il s'agit des partis politiques.
Quand il s'agit de partis politiques.
Good. So your job is when you listen to any video, be it one that you're in or one that you're not in, make sure your mouth stays, because you absolutely have the ability to do the right vowel nicely with a nice twang. You absolutely have the ability to do a small enough set of teeth. You absolutely have the ability to do the right melody. Make sure you practice any new information with all of those things in the thing. Because what you're doing, like anybody before I get my little bony hands on them, is you terribly, Nathan insisted on 3 fingers. So basically, like before I get my little bony hands on them, people document their progress is like the scaffolding of kind of consonants. Don't do that. S'agit de. Yeah, and then you remember it in your body again. Good. So the expression, this might come up and haunt somebody else. This might come up and haunt somebody else. Brendan, when it comes to moisturizers, I don't like to spend a lot of money. Les crèmes hydratantes. Les crèmes hydratantes. Copy me my mouth in the right position. Les crèmes hydratantes.
Les crèmes hydratantes.
Now it's copying. Now listen to the consonant, but still said my way. Les crèmes hydratantes.
La crème d'hydratantes.
Listen. Listen to the vowels. Les crèmes hydratantes.
La crème d'hydratantes.
Les crèmes hydratantes.
Les crèmes d'hydratantes.
Les crèmes, listen to the consonant cluster. Spot a consonant cluster with accuracy. Les crèmes hydratantes. Les crèmes hydratantes.
La crème d'hydratantes.
Now get vowel journey and consonant cluster. Les crèmes hydratantes.
La crème d'hydratantes. La crème.
Les crèmes hydratantes.
La crème d'hydratantes.
Now, fucking accuracy. Les crèmes hydratantes.
Les crèmes d'hydratantes.
Borderline, yeah. So now, when it comes to moisturizers,
quand il s'agit des crèmes hydratantes.
Les crèmes hydratantes.
Quand il s'agit des crèmes hydratantes.
Good. Okay. I don't like to spend a lot of money.
Je n'ai pas dépensé beaucoup d'argent.
Lovely. All right, that'll do. Right, I just needed like when it comes to. Okay. Whereas Sig put her mother's $250 Augustinus Bader cream in the toilet. Sig loves, she's over it now, she's a bit bigger girl, but she used to love to make toilet potions. She used to call them toilet potions. She's basically throwing any chemical you can and watch the steam come off. And I was like, don't mix 2 cleansing products, baby. I don't mind you fucking around with bath stuff, but don't mix 2 different like chemical cleansers, because the resulting thing is not good, especially if you're like 5 years old and you're hanging over the bath, you know, doing this stuff. And her mother was just like, why? Of all the shit in the house you could have fucking stolen, why did it need to be my $250 face cream? And she's like, because mommy, it was your $250 face cream. As in, like, that's why. Oh dear God. Oh dear God. She used to go, we'd be talking and she'd go, abort, hide me. I was like, what have you done? Lovely. So Stuart said to me, she liked to tease her mother she always used, of all the products, she used those which were the most expensive. She liked to tease her mother. Of all the products she used, those were the most expensive.
What?
Yes, hence the term
Okay.
steward. She
All right.
liked to tease her mother. Of all the products, those she used were the most expensive.
Elle aime taquiner sa mère.
Good. Elle aimait taquiner sa mère. Good. Could you go again before we go any further? That was perfect. Elle aimait taquiner sa mère. Could you use a phrasal verb involving moquer? She liked to tease her mother. No, what you said was perfect, but could you also do me a phrasal verb involving moquer? Keep your finger on it. Keep nice and smooth. Keep it all joined.
Elle aime moquer sa mère.
Good, but don't use because it's a vowel and it's as strong as a word. Elle aimait se moquer de sa mère. Don't use because it's like adding a vowel into these chains you're trying to link. Yeah, don't add Go again. Elle aimait se moquer de sa mère.
Elle aimait se moquer de sa mère.
Good. Slightly smaller D's and T's. Elle aimait se moquer de sa mère.
Elle aimait se moquer de sa mère.
The first half of that was badass. The second bit got a bit good. Push forward. When I say small mouth, it always means big diaphragm. Elle aimait se moquer de sa mère. Push it forward on this.
Elle aimait se moquer de sa mère.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay.
I forgot the other.
Or we could have also had elle aimait se foutre de la gueule de sa mère. She liked to take the piss out of mother. Okay. Well, I can't remember what I said. Let's say of all the products she used, of all the products, those she used were the most expensive. Of all the products, those she used were the most expensive.
De tous ces produits,
We haven't finished the sentence, so keep it going. Produits, de tous ces produits, those she used the most expensive. Keep the sound going.
Ce qui
There's no such thing as so. Don't stab me. So you've got a line. Imagine that every word you've got is going to shade in about 4 blocks. It's going to shade in about 4 blocks. It's not shading in one little half inch. It's shading in about 4 blocks. Donc so lovely. Off you go. Those she used were the most expensive.
Ce qu'elle
No, listen to me. Don't give me little blocks. Give me 4 blocks. Those she used, because ce qu'elle a is different. Those she used. Those she used.
Ce qu'elle a utilisé.
No. You're trying to hide and I can hear you. You're not saying ce qui, you're not saying ce que. Give me the 4 blocks on the word I need for those. You've got the right word, but make it last 4 blocks. Those she used. Go on. No, Stuart, listen to Lukey. Don't say the fucking word quickly. Make it last longer. We're drawing this snake. The word for those I want to last for 4 counts. No. Don't say Yeah, so make that word last and I'll tell you why. Go on. The word for those needs to last for 4 counts in this game. That's it. Make it 4. That was 2. Thank you. You understand me. Because sometimes the duration of a stressed word dictates what it means. De versus de. Yeah. Beaucoup de personnes. Compare the length of the de. Beaucoup de personnes. Il y a 2 personnes. Ceux qui habitent en France. Not ceux qui habitent en France, necessarily. It's just nice to have a little bit more length on it. Because ce que, CEQUE, is a different concept. So that means those that she used. So of all those she used, de tous ceux qu'elle a utilisés.
Yeah, well, the problem was I wasn't sure of the gender of produit, and I was trying to figure if it was qui or quel.
But the point is, it would be that it would either be ce, C-E-U-X, or celle, C-E-L-L-E-S, isn't it? Of those she used, it would either be de ce, C-E-U-X, qu'elle a utilisé, or de celle qu'a utilisé.
Right, it was the ce, the cell. That was
yeah, but the opposite of ce. So you guys are used to going, oh, is it ce qui, ce que, ce qui? No, that's a different choice. It's C-U-X, C-E-L-L-E-S. So, yeah, okay. Of all those, yeah, okay.
So it's ce qu'elle utilisait.
Lovely. Of all the products, de tous les produits, ceux qu'elle utilisait were the most expensive.
Était le plus cher.
What word went before plus? It might have been correct, but what word went before plus?
La plus chère.
Why, if we're talking products? Plural.
Les plus chères.
That's it. Match your les when appropriate. When it comes to things like that, you guys always want to go the masculine singular, like le même. It could be les mêmes or la même. Yeah, or les plus chers. Yeah, the most expensive solution, la solution la plus chère. The most expensive problem, le problème le plus cher. The most expensive problems, les problèmes les plus chers. Yeah, so be careful when you've got these kind of words that the article matches what we're talking about. Yeah, so say for me all the products she used. Lovely. Let's say for me it was the most expensive one. De tous les produits qu'elle a utilisés, c'était ceux qui étaient les plus chers. I've changed it up a little bit. De tous les produits qu'elle a utilisés, c'était ceux qui étaient les plus chers. Go on. Copy me. De tous les produits qu'elle a utilisés.
De tous les produits qu'elle a utilisés.
Lovely. That was nice. That was nice. There was no in that and it went through. That was grand. Ready to go again? No C'était ceux qui étaient les plus chers.
C'était
ceux qui étaient les plus chers.
C'était ceux qui étaient plus chers.
C'était ceux qui étaient les plus chers.
C'est que était.
Non. C'était ceux qui étaient les plus chers.
C'était ceux qui étaient les plus chers.
Good. That muscle to aim to get all that in is getting stronger. Good. Good. I know it's done. Well done. Lovely. Nathan, but she said, don't worry, you know me, I obviously did it on purpose. She said, don't worry, you know me, I obviously did it on purpose. There's a relationship of, yeah, there's his relationship. So say for me, don't worry, you know me, I obviously did it on purpose.
Mais elle dit, t'inquiète, tu me connais, je l'ai fait exprès.
Okay. I said, from a chemical perspective, I hope you're when it comes to chemistry, on a chemical level, I hope you're making notes.
Quand il s'agit de la chimie sur un niveau chemical, j'espère que tu fais des notations.
You is ugly. Say for me, when it comes to chemistry, because that bit was nice. I'm just gonna bathe in that bit.
Quand il s'agit de la chimie.
Good. So quand il s'agit de, notice Colin, quand il s'agit de la chimie. Right. Bearing in mind chemistry is la chimie, what do you think chemicals might be? Or chemical as an adjective?
La chemicale.
Chimique. Chimique. Des produits chimiques or chimiques. Okay. So on a chemical level.
D'un niveau.
What preposition do we use with niveau? We've done this before.
Yeah, that's why I'm embarrassed to be forgetting.
I know. But I'm sat here in a fucking manky t-shirt on a Monday night, you know, not having kissed the person that I want to kiss in fucking months. So it's like, you know, we've all got shit to deal with. So do you know what I mean? We've got shit to be embarrassed about. Don't worry about it. Off you go. Au
niveau chimique.
Lovely. Au niveau, not high level, H-A-U-T. Yeah, not high level. That would be de haut niveau. Luc, c'est un prof de haut niveau. Luc is not a prof de haut niveau. Luc is the motherfucking prof. But basically, un prof de haut niveau. We're talking haut niveau. Plus adjective. So save me on a chemical level.
Au niveau chimique.
What was the word for chemicals?
Des produits chimiques.
Lovely. So save me on a chemical level. How do you say to take notes?
Prendre des notes.
Lovely. Yeah. Okay. Quand il s'agit de la chimie, au niveau chimique, j'espère que tu prends des notes. J'espère que tu prends des notes, okay? Say for me, she said, I love it when it makes foam. I love it when it makes foam.
J'aime quand il fait de l'écume.
What's the il? What noun are you thinking of when you say il?
Oh, right.
So what do I need to do? The verbal action of mixing all the shit together.
Ça.
That's it. Yep. If you're using il, it will be in one of the following situations. Option 1, you are referring to a known masculine thing. Like I found the phone. It was, il était, whatever. Okay. If you're referring to a verbal action, ça or ce with verbs like to be. If you're using il with a neutral concept like it's fabulous to meet such lovely people online and to destroy their will to live, but to get them to speak great French. It's fabulous. Il est fabuleux de, because it's a neutral open concept at the beginning, particularly in a formal way. But if you use il for it needs to be those specific things. All right, so yeah, go again.
J'aime quand ça fait de l'écume.
Good, de la mousse.
De la mousse.
No, did I say mousse? What did Lucy say? De la mousse.
De la mousse.
Thank you. All right. Good. Écume as well, but yeah, la mousse. Okay. Good. Great. Hazel. Luke. Your daughter is obviously very sure of herself. Has her knowledge of chemistry improved? Your daughter is obviously very sure of herself. Has her knowledge of chemistry improved? Slide. And I want to alto Hazel.
Luc, ta fille est...
Slide between Luke and ta, like it's one word.
Luc, ta fille est clairement confiante.
Pause. You and I are going to play a role play game. Don't be jealous, Tom. You and I are going to play some role play, Hazel. We're going to play this role play this is kind of niche. Let me go out there. I mean, I'm all for medical and military and whatever. Nathan, there's a head shave coming up. Brace yourself. You and I are going to play this role play where we're in a country where this is the first language spoken. And we're both human. I know, it's really crazy. And we're using this language and we both really like this language. Okay, in other words, we're going to be French. So you are going to ditch this scholarly thing that you've got going on, which is very people-pleasing. And don't get me wrong, I can hear the intellect dripping off you. Yeah, dripping off you. Brendan, take your shoes and socks off, go and stand in it. But the fact is, no, don't do that, Brendan. I've got a thing for bare legs. So basically, you need to speak like you're speaking, because when you speak to someone in French, you're gonna be speaking. So I love the attention to detail. I love how you approach it really hard. Don't get me wrong, it's thrilling to have you here. It's lovely. But I need you to remember that you are learning a language, not answering a question. Yeah, so I need you to be as elle at all times. Now, even if you feel that's slowing you down temporarily, you will absolutely catch up like a motherfucker. Yeah, and this reaching thing that you do, like I would say that you would take, the only time you are allowed to use that tone of voice, my darling, is if literally you as Hazel in French is answering a question where you're, what am I saying? Like if someone said, what do you think that the solution would be on a Canadian level to Well, if you as Hazel are thinking in those terms, you get to use that tone of voice. Apart from that, I don't want to hear it in your French. Yeah, so go again. Stephanie Luke, she's obviously very sure of herself. Has her knowledge of chemistry improved?
Luc, elle est sûrement très confiante. Est-ce que sa connaissance de chimie a amélioré?
You've been given this work before. What's the word for he has? How do you pronounce he has? Just say he has.
Il avait.
He has, present tense, he has.
Oh, il a.
More, let me hear a different vowel on the second one properly.
Il a.
Lovely. Now, if it were il a, which it's not, it'd be il a. Can I hear the slide between the two?
Il a.
Lovely, and I need the a clanging. Your a bit like George's, tends to go to e. Okay, so il a, no. There's got to be some nose in your a. Okay? Get your nose in someone's Memories. So basically, il a. So the fact is now, if I were going to améliorer, I'm not saying this is what the answer is. It'd be il a amélioré. Can I double up the a? Say for me, il a amélioré.
Il a amélioré.
Not amélioré, no. Instead of amélioré, learn to listen. Copy my word, amélioré.
Amélioré.
Don't bang, we don't bang a correction. Yeah, if I go, Hazel, that's the wrong lipstick for you. Let me take it off. Let me put the right colour on, but let me put it all around here. No, put it on, just do it properly. Put it on properly. Il a amélioré. Go on.
Il a amélioré.
Good, not ameliorate. Common error. It's also a common error because I've told you all before the trick about ameliorate is the bitch that wants to get better grades than everybody else, whatever. Okay, so il a amélioré. But that is not what we're saying. When we are saying her grade, her knowledge of chemistry has improved, we've been over this before. If the thing you are improving is being stated after the verb to improve, you use améliorer without the reflexive and with the verb to have. If you have already mentioned what has been improved, like if you said, I improved, je me suis amélioré, ça s'est amélioré. It's reflexive, yes? So has her knowledge, whatever, her knowledge of chemistry has improved. What's that going to be? Sa connaissance?
C'est amélioré.
Pause. You have a great amount of French vocabulary, but the two words you despise, you and Georgie. She's excellent. She says she's got a husband. I knew that fabulous silver quiff meant let's go. Keep away from her. What is the bloody word for he is? How do you say he is?
Il est.
Slide between the two.
Il est.
Push it forward. Il est.
Il est.
Good. Now remember where it twanged. Now say il a, il est.
Il a, il est.
That was gorgeous. That was absolutely gorgeous. Now you play the tape back and you listen to your and A and A need to sound different. So now say for me, her knowledge of chemistry has improved. And don't bang the corrected auxiliary. Just get it in the right vowel location. Off you go. Her knowledge of chemistry has improved.
Sa connaissance de la chimie.
Why we stop the word? How much of connaissance can you say? Drag it, go. Back you go to ça. Drag, off you go.
Sa connaissance de la chimie s'est améliorée.
There we go. But not améliorer, c'est améliorer. A correction in vowels is a correction. It is not correct without it. It's like saying your name is Basil, okay? Which is a place in Switzerland, known as Bâle in French. So say to me, sa connaissance de la chimie s'est améliorée. Go.
Sa connaissance de la chimie s'est améliorée.
Not sit. Sit is what Nathan's going to do on my lap when I'm sad. Off you go.
Sa connaissance de la chimie.
No, we don't bang consonants. It's all these dirty tricks. You don't need them. Slide slowly. Get used to having only one way of French speaking. Off you go. Sa connaissance. Wait. Enjoy this gorgeous voice. I'm getting longer vowels from you all the time. It's great, Hazel. Don't go. Don't bang it. Off you go. Don't sit. Off you go. Slowly.
Sa connaissance de la chimie s'est améliorée.
Now what I would like from you is to go as slowly as possible with relaxed face and then go batshit cray, speedy, fast, but how exciting, no vowel fuck up. Lui, alors, mais sa connaissance de la chimie s'est améliorée. With the vowels in place. Have a go. Sa connaissance de la chimie s'est améliorée. And it should sound, I said this in the previous class, didn't I? It shouldn't sound like b. It should sound ha-hi-ha-hi-ha. You should still get the ha-hi-ha, just a super fast ha-hi-ha-hi-ha. Lui, alors, sa connaissance de la chimie, what am I saying? Sa connaissance de la chimie s'est améliorée.
Oui, sa connaissance de la chimie s'est améliorée.
That was much better, but faster still. Less consonant, fewer consonants, more ha-hi-ha. Lui, alors, sa connaissance de la chimie s'est améliorée.
Oui, alors sa connaissance de la chimie s'est améliorée.
Go faster, because it'll teach you to do smaller consonants. Sa connaissance de la chimie. Sa connaissance de la chimie.
Sa connaissance de la chimie.
Faster, do it in person. Don't impersonation. Don't say the words. Sa connaissance de la chimie.
Sa connaissance de la chimie.
Better. No slower than that for you when you practice fast. All right, good. Lovely. Tom, I've not had you yet, have I? In life. So off you go. Say for me. I don't like to see you wearing the cap. Although it's cute, I miss your hair. I don't like to see you wearing a cap. Although it's cute, I miss your hair. I know what we can do. I know what we can do. Oh, I don't like to see you wearing a cap. Although it's cute, I like to see you playing with your hair. I don't like. Yeah, off you go.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't.
I don't like.
I don't like seeing you wearing a cap. Although it's cute, I like to see you playing with your hair.
Je n'aime pas te voir habillé en.
Pause, stand still. You and Colin go to habiller like everybody else because it's the #1 clothing verb you guys all think. Listen to Lukey. When we have an item of clothing mentioned in the sentence, habiller is not to be used. Habiller does not mention clothing. Habiller. Luc est habillé. Luc va s'habiller. No clothing. Luc va se déshabiller. No clothing. No clothing mentioned. Luc, t'es habillé? Luc, t'es habillé? No, I'm naked. Coming in. Oh, good. There's no mention of clothing. There's no mention of clothing. The minute we mention clothing, the verbs are mettre, as in Colin's j'ai mis, yeah, and enlever. Okay, so if we're mentioning clothing like a hat, we can't use habiller. Yeah, what verb do we use to put on?
Mettre.
Lovely. What verb do we use to wear? Porter, yeah.
Porter.
Yeah, and what verb do we use to take off?
Enlever.
Enlever, good man. So if we're mentioning the clothing item, we don't use habiller.
Okay.
All right, good. So I don't like to see you wearing a cap, although it's cute. I like to see you playing with your hair. Slow down, slide.
Je n'aime pas te voir porter un chapeau, bien que ce soit mignon. J'aime te voir jouer avec tes cheveux.
Good. Good. Les cheveux would have made me happier.
Les cheveux.
Les cheveux or tripoter as a verb would have been good as well because we did have it earlier. The vowels were nice. The sliding was nice. Good. Much better. Go again. Ding, ding. Round 2. Same thing.
Je n'aime pas te voir porter.
Try to be a little bit less bangy on the consonants. Oui, alors j'aime bien te voir. Slow it down, lazy mouth. Oui, alors j'aime bien te voir. J'aime pas te voir porter un chapeau. Oui, tu vois, je préfère. I'm thinking now rather than saying the sentence I gave you. Oui, alors bien que ce soit mignon, je préfère. I'm thinking rather giving the sentence I gave you. Je préfère te voir. J'aime bien te voir. Enfin, tripoter. J'aime bien te voir jouer avec les cheveux. Whatever. Yeah. Slow it down. Softer mouth. So same thing again, but just softer mouth, softer consonants.
J'aime te voir porter un chapeau, mais bien que ce soit mignon, j'aime aussi te voir tripoter.
You arrogant bitch. I didn't say I like to see you wearing a cap, and I also like to see you playing with your hair. I said I don't like to see you wearing a cap because okay, good. Lovely. Say for me, I know somebody who, although they tend to prefer women, thinks Tom's lovely. I know somebody who, although she tends to prefer women, thinks Tom's lovely. Tom is the converter of lesbians. Off you go. What's the word for I?
Je.
To start, go.
Je connais quelqu'un qui.
Pause, stand still. Pronunciation of someone.
Quelqu'un.
No.
Un, deux, trois.
I'm called upon to be filthy. Would you please make me what we call Tom's? Do for me what we call Tom's sex noise. Do me Tom's sex noise.
Un.
Lower it. Un. Don't go on. Yeah. That's like a partial gag. Oh no, I want to hear. Go on. Be the. I don't want to say be the man. That's entirely gender and wrong.
I find this so hard.
Put your hands on your hips. You're a deeply intellectual. Do you know what Jean-Paul Sartre said about his skills as a lover? He said, j'ai jamais été un grand amant. I've never been a great lover. Je suis plutôt masturbateur des femmes. I've always been like a masturbator of women. I want you to be le grand amant. I want you to be the big lover. Put your hands on your hips. Now go, go on. Own it. Be priapic. Be like some Greek statue thing. Go on. Now, keep your vibration there. Joking apart, we can have fun. But the point is, where is the vibration? Now go to that vibration and say quelqu'un.
Quelqu'un.
Lovely. Now, if we were to put the vibration in the face, take it in the mouth for me, Tom. Now go quelqu'un.
Quelqu'un.
It's a different vibration, isn't it? So all jokes aside, it's the wrong hole. So say for me, quelqu'un.
Quelqu'un.
That was a hybrid of the two, you greedy shit. Quelqu'un, not quelqu'un. Say quelqu'un.
Quelqu'un.
Slide quelqu'un.
Quelqu'un.
Good. If you repeatedly have problems with a vowel, look very closely at the slide into it. Where did it come from? It's often that you don't like that journey. Set me not you're going right. So is here. That's did you all hear the difference? Quelqu'un.
Okay.
I tell you another reason. Que, and I know we joke, ha ha ha, funny, but we always joke and say nothing in French is as hard as Luke's cock, because the que gets too hard on you guys. You are severing the vowel journey with the big hard que. So when you start the que, you've severed your journey, and then you're just free to go in wherever you want vowel-wise. Yeah? Keep where you're coming from in mind, and the fact that the C is only discrete. Quelqu'un.
Quelqu'un.
That's nice. And you go, pause, and then you're free to go to the wrong place. All right?
Quelqu'un.
Good. Lovely. Let's go around again. Has everybody had a go? Have I done everybody? Yeah. Colin. Luke, I should have known what you've just said. I should have known what you've just said.
Luc, je devrais...
Stand still. I'll give you one reason to live for the fact that you said devrait rather than devrait. However, we've done this work before. Should have versus should. What's I should have known, not I should.
J'ai dû.
Nice twang, but wrong. Look at Auntie Lukey. When we have should, could, and would, there's a video which is called woulda, shoulda, coulda. Yeah, it's called woulda, shoulda, coulda. I referenced it in the previous class. When we have should, listen for whether the next word is of. Not of, if you're a 13-year-old in a school writing should have, could have, would have. This will change up the tense system. How many verbs does it take to say I should eat? How many verbs do I need if I need to say I should eat? How many verbs do I need?
2.
So je devrais manger. How many verbs does it take to say I should have eaten? How many verbs does it take?
3.
J'aurais dû manger. I think that might be going the wrong way around for you. You should go that way. Aurais dû manger, right? Could. How many verbs does it take to say I could eat if I were referring to next week? Oh, next week I could eat with Colin. If I were referring to next week, so not je pouvais, but referring to next week, how many verbs does it take for me to say I could eat?
2.
Good. Je pourrais manger. How many verbs does it take to say I could have eaten?
3.
J'aurais pu manger. All right. How many verbs does it take to say I would dance? How many verb words does it take to say I would dance?
1.
Good. Je danserai. They're not the same, are they? People want to put would, should, and could into the same bracket. How many verb words does it take to say I would have danced?
2.
Good. J'aurais dansé. Notice with that, though, that we might have the verb to be. I would have left. Je serais parti. All right. So in other words, when you hear should have, you're not hearing, your brain goes, oh yes, should, je devrais. Don't fly into it. J'aurais dû, then the infinitive. So off you go. So I should have known what you've just said.
J'aurais dû savoir.
What you've just said. Those vowels were explicitly beautiful. They're absolutely lovely, but I need what you've just said.
J'aurais dû savoir que vous...
No. What when it's not a question you've just said? What's what when it's not a question? Look at Auntie Lukey. What when it's not a question is ce que, ce qui, ce dont, and ce à quoi. The 15 sentences you need that I've told you about before are when you have what is a question. No, shut up, Luke. Subject, object, object, subject, object, subject, object, pronoun, object, subject. What is a question? What is a non-question? With a verb which uses no preposition, with a verb which uses a de, and a verb that uses an a. I will say that again for when you play this back to yourself. Subject, object, subject, object, pronoun, object, subject. What is a question? What is a non-question? When you're playing this back with a green group, which is verbs which have no preposition, a blue group, which is a verb, a red group, which is a verb which has the de preposition, and an a, which is when it has a blue when it has an a preposition. The 15 sentences that we use are: Colin achète le gâteau. Colin l'achète. Le gâteau que Colin achète. Qu'est-ce que Colin achète? Hashtag slide note, whatever, you know, il achète quoi, blah, 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 whatever, stick to qu'est-ce que Colin achète. Or, je sais ce que Colin achète. So when you've got a I know what, and the verb that comes next is a basic verb, we use ce que. The verb that comes after ce que will not have any prepositions. I know what Nathan eats. Je sais ce que Nathan mange. Because if I said Nathan eats, Nathan mange, quelque chose, it goes straight into it. Then we have the 5 questions, the 5 sentences with the verb which uses de. So, you know, I'm trying not to use buzz one, but it's going to, so je m'occupe de la situation. La situation, no, je m'en occupe, using the pronoun en, en. La situation dont je m'occupe. Question round, ready? Tu t'occupes de quoi? So that's my question. That's my equivalent for qu'est-ce que, and my equivalent for ce que here with the reds, the verbs that use de, is ce dont. 2 separate words, C-E-D-O-N-T, ce dont. I know what Colin needs. Je sais ce dont Colin a besoin, with besoin. Next is we have verbs with a, the green, the blue. Luc pense, no, what should we say? Luc pense à la situation à laquelle Luc pense, although it could be auquel, à quoi, à qui, depending on what the fuck the thing is doing. You know, Luc y pense, as long as it's not a human. Luc y pense, pronoun y. Question round. Luc pense à quoi? Brace yourself, the equivalent of ce que, ce qui, ce dont, ce à quoi here. Ce à quoi. I know what Luke's thinking. Just say ce à quoi Luc pense. These are dealt with in a video which I previously recommended, which is Robbie. So if you just go Logic Language Learning space Robbie, I think I typed Robbie in the title, but otherwise just go back and it's just me and just Robbie and I talking about this shit. Or go back and type Logic Language Learning red or blue or green as one of the keywords and that video will come up. In fact, I'm going to do it now because you know what? I'm a prick, but you know, I'm an efficient prick. Logic Language Learning. Who's that handsome man? Oh, that's from 4 years ago. Logic Language Learning blue. Where's that coming up? It's not coming up. Bullshit. Oh, there's a similar one. Clever hack to know you've mastered 5 relative pronouns. That's with Gabby. So that's similar, but I've done an updated version with Robbie. So let me just pop. Let's go here. So I shall pop this in the group now. But it is there. Chat. But there's a much better one with Robbie. Let me try and find it. Where's that gone? Logic language learning. Robbie, did I put him in the title? Don't think I did. Yes! Mr. R smashing the 15 sentences you must know in French advanced version. Our class. Copy link. Lovely. If you find this useful, please do write underneath on this link, underneath of the video. Right. So if you don't know what qu'est-ce que is when the verb has a de, watch this. If you don't know what qu'est-ce que is when the verb has an a, watch this. If you don't know what the equivalent is between ce qui, ce que, ce dont, ce à quoi, watch this. All right, Colin? So the answer to this question is ce que when it's what in a basic way. Yeah, so I know what Luke likes. I should say ce que Luke aime. All right, good. So say for me, and final comment, you'll get this in the video, but if ce que was linking to a vowel, then very commonly ce qu'il, ce qu'elle. All right, so just say for me, Colin, I know what Luke likes to do. You have no idea. I know what Luke likes to do.
Je sais ce qui...
No. My name is Luke. I know what Luke likes to do.
Wait. Je sais ce Luc...
Stand still. Don't disappoint me. I've worked really hard for the last 3 minutes talking to you. What words did I tell you is my basic version for what when it's not a question? What 2 words did I just give you?
Ce que.
Thank you, so don't fuck me around. I know what Luke likes to do. Go.
Je sais ce que Luc veut faire.
Likes to do.
Je sais ce que Luc aime.
If curry's going on, we're not hiding on a vowel, are we? Yeah,
Luc aime faire.
Thank you. Smaller consonants. All right. Good. All right. Good. Lovely. I'm just going to get rid of Robbie's little face, which is sad. I don't want to get rid of Robbie's face, but we'll do this. Close conversation. Good.
Lights, sorry, I'm having to go.
All right, do one more for me before you've got to go. Say for me,
Okay.
Luke, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to go. Next time I'll tell you if I'm in a hurry. Luke, I'm sorry. I do apologize, Brendan. So say for me, I'm sorry, Luke, I'm going to have to go. Next time I'll tell you if I'm in a hurry.
Oui, je suis désolé, Luc. La prochaine fois,
No, I have to go. I have to go.
J'aurais.
No, I have to go.
J'ai dû.
No, I present tense have to. I have to right now. I have to go present tense.
Je dois aller.
No. What verb can we use to go? We can't use aller on its own, can we? We've done this. Je dois
m'en aller.
Thank you. Aller needs a destination or it needs a mon, ton, son, up its ass. Okay, je m'en vais. Or j'y vais, not je vais. Okay? Or what's the slang French? Je vais me
casse.
What the fuck? If it's after a conjugated verb, what form is it going to be? Je vais me casse. Thank you. And again, je me casse. All right. Next time, I'll tell you if I'm in a hurry.
La prochaine fois, je te dirai si.
Don't come off the sound. Keep going.
Je te dirai si je serai pressé.
Yeah, or si je suis pressé. Yeah. Okay. Quand je serai pressé, or si je suis pressé. Good. Finally, for me, say one sentence. Say for me, I wouldn't have hurried if I'd known Luke was so relaxed. I wouldn't have hurried if I'd known Luke was so relaxed. Using the verb to hurry.
Je me serais dépêché si.
There's a negative, but Brendan has just worked out by the virtue of the fact that it's a reflexive verb that the auxiliary is going to be être, and he therefore went into serait rather than aurait, which is nicely done. He then remembered that even though the infinitive at the end sounds like an infinitive, it's not actually infinitive, it's a past participle, and then he needed to stick the me further up the arse of the sentence. Lovely. Otherwise known as, he went from j'aurais into je me serais, which is all very well done. Lovely. I would have hurried. Don't repeat, sit on it. I'm giving you the sentence I want. I would have hurried. That's the sentence I want. Smoothly.
Je me serais dépêché.
Now give me, I wouldn't have hurried. Sit on it smoothly, don't do any repetition.
Je me serais pas dépêché.
Swap your vowels around. Don't say serait and don't say dépêché. So je me serais dépêché. Swap the vowels around.
Je ne serais pas dépêché.
Je me serais pas
Dépêché.
Right, tell me to hurry up. Say, Luke, dépêche-toi.
Dépêche-toi.
Good, you wouldn't say dépêche-toi, would you?
No.
This is where you go, I might, Luke. I very well might. Oh, for buzzards on the river and a stick. Yeah, so say for me, dépêche. So dépêche-toi.
Dépêche-toi.
Good, so say for me, je me serais pas dépêché. Click together, je me serais pas dépêché.
Je me serais
No,
pas
no. Tickle the feet. Je me serais pas dépêché.
Je me serais pas dépêché.
That was bloody good, wasn't it? That was good. That was lovely. Putain, mais si j'avais su que t'étais pas pressé, je me serais pas dépêché. There's times you need to go at that speed with a small mouth. Mais putain, mais si j'avais su que t'étais pas pressé, je me serais pas dépêché pour venir ici, quoi. Ok, putain, mais j'ai pris le bus, j'ai payé un taxi. Et toi, t'es même pas prêt. Putain, mais je me serais même pas dépêché si j'avais su que t'étais même pas prêt. You know, we need the speed sometimes. Good. Go and sleep. Well done.
Merci.
Well done. So, I'm going to just go and grab the remainder of my Mexican takeaway from yesterday. I should be just 2 minutes. Je vais prendre les restes de mon plat à emporter. Copy me, Stuart. Say my takeaway. Mon plat à emporter.
Mon plat à emporter.
Nice vowel sliding. I just need to wipe the letters together. Having speaking I'll just go again and I'll wipe off the trauma of ciprofloxacin and heartbreak. What would you do if like a 25-year-old Luke just suddenly appeared like that? I'm gonna go and get my it's all relative. I get so many weird stalkers send me so much fucking weird shit, and I'm grateful to all of them. Time was I'd have absolutely deleted them the minute I got the message from WhatsApp. Now I'm like, why do you think I'm amazing? And then I delete them. No. I'll be right back. Nathan, I'm placing you in charge again. You did a very good job of leading conversation. You did a very good job of leading conversation last time. Good. Make sure Denise speaks. She's shy, and I'd like to hear what she has to say when I play the video back. Oh.
All right, students. What did you do this weekend? That's what I did in class today. So.
Tom's been missing. Where was Tom been?
Good question.
Oh, last week I was caught in like a train, like crossover delay -5 platform fuckery, so I couldn't join.
I had the same thing happen actually.
That's it.
I think it was regional.
Regional trains in Germany are free. If you pay 50 euros a month, you can travel on as many regional trains as you want, which when I first moved here was amazing. But then my colleagues were like, yeah, but they don't work. And I was kind of like, oh, I'm sure it's fine, because it was such a novelty to like be able to afford to travel to places after having spent a lot of time in the UK where train travel is prohibitively expensive. But it turns out actually that they are like super unreliable. So yeah, that was where I was last week. Where are you? You're in Manhattan, right? Oh, you're in New York, right, Stuart?
I'm in Manhattan as we speak.
Where in Manhattan?
Right near the Museum of Natural History.
Okay. Nice.
It's near the park.
Is it like near the Met where the other museums are, or is it somewhere else?
It's most of the museums are on the east side of the park, and this is west side of the park.
Cool.
Good. Keep talking. It's all right. I'll just have a little bit of Mexican while you chat. We're talking Museum of Natural History, are we?
Tom was ragging on trains in the UK?
I was ragging on trains, and I think trains in general, trains in the UK, trains in Germany, but for different reasons. But now I'm overwhelmed with jealousy that Stuart lives on like the west side of Central Park in New York. But cool.
I lived by the Lincoln Center for a little bit. That was nice. Yeah. And then, like a lot of gays, after Will and Grace, was what do I call it, morning doodah heights and all of that business. But yes. Somebody once wanted to. This is how life goes. Somebody once wanted to leave me an apartment on Central Park South. Quelqu'un effectivement voulait me donner, m'offrir un appartement sur Central Park South. So when I spent some time in New York, alors quand j'ai passé du temps in New York, and I met this woman who had been a contributing writer. She'd like submitted shit for Time and all of this business. She was really, really good. I'd give you a name, but you Google her, and she's a bit cagey. Alors effectivement, tu as elle était écrivaine. Elle avait écrit, tu as des articles de ouf pour Time magazine. And I was stretching in the Shakespeare Garden. So unless she had a thing for flexible people, but she wasn't being a perv. Alors je m'étirais, tu vois, dans the Shakespeare Garden. And I can't remember why, but we got speaking. And I'd said that I had a friend who was in a wheelchair. I can't remember why. I said, oh, you've got to enjoy your body. I've got a friend who's been diagnosed with various things. I've got a friend who's in a wheelchair. Elle avait dit, alors moi, j'ai une amie qui est en chaise roulante. And she said, oh, my sister's in a wheelchair. And I just asked a couple of questions about her sister's life. Alors, je lui ai posé quelques questions sur la vie de sa sœur. And she said, would you like to meet my sister? I was like, yeah, definitely. Oui, bien sûr. And she said, I think my sister will just be so refreshed to like meet somebody. Because how old would I have been then? Like 24? Who just isn't afraid of disability. Alors, elle aimerait bien rencontrer quelqu'un, effectivement, qui n'a pas peur. Tu as des gens, tu as une capacité, quoi. And she was like, so we went along, and her sister was really profoundly physically challenged. She really had a difficult situation. But we used to just spend a lot of time together. No, she had no kids. Her sister had no kids. And I used to spend a crazy amount of time with her. And she was like, I can't believe that this 22-year-old guy wants to like hang out and listen to me. I was like, you're fucking amazing. You've got the most amazing life story. Elle a dit, j'ai du mal à croire que tu as un mec, un jeune homme de 24 ans, peut passer du temps avec moi. And, you know, I was with somebody at the time that was like doing various nominated things on Broadway and all this kind of stuff, but life was just shit because I wasn't allowed to publicly be with this person. Mais la vie était de la merde parce que j'avais pas le droit d'être avec cette personne, enfin, publiquement. So I just really, really liked this woman. And then she was like, she's like, when anything happens to me, and I used to just say, oh, I love the view from your apartment. I love this. I love this. I love that they've kept the building the same. I love all of this. J'adore effectivement le vue de ton appartement. J'adore qu'ils ont quand même préservé, voilà, le bâtiment. And she said, I've got no kids, Luke. When I'm no longer here, this apartment's yours. And I was like 24. Life doesn't matter. Who gives a shit? Whatever. Oh, don't be silly. Don't be silly. Swap back on. Swap back on. And then I messed her around, which is not something I like to do with people. I just stopped returning calls and all of this kind of stuff because the idiot I was with just got incredibly needy and jealous. Parce que l'idiot avec qui j'étais est devenu hyper jaloux et tout. And I just really let this woman drop in a really bad way. And I realise now, with maturity and age, that she'd invested her emotional eggs in me a little bit. Qu'effectivement, elle avait quand même investi au niveau, Nathan, émotionnel. If it's talking about emotions, émotionnel. If it's I am emotional, émotif. And I feel really shitty about that now. And I tried to contact her when I kind of grew up and were like, I didn't mean to just do one, but I was desperately like trying to sort somebody out who wasn't very well. Alors, je ne voulais pas m'en aller, although he's gone. Yeah. And I totally was like, God, you fucking dickhead. Somebody wanted to give me an apartment. Like, she owned it. It wasn't like, oh, you can have the rent control or something like this. Ça lui appartenait. And then the same thing happened with my neighbor where I live now. La même chose m'est arrivée avec la voisine où j'habite maintenant. So there's this lady that lived up completely fucking impoverished. I really did. And she kept saying, oh, where have you been on holiday? And I said, oh, Lanzarote, because I had a friend who was a pharmacist there. Donc effectivement, il y avait cette dame en face de moi et je pensais qu'elle n'avait pas un sou. And I'd been on holiday to Lanzarote, donc j'avais fait Lanzarote. I had a friend who was a pharmacist. J'avais un ami qui était pharmacien. And she said, oh, I nearly bought an apartment in Lanzarote with my boyfriend. She was like 84, but it was a second relationship. They'd not married. Elle avait 84 ans, c'était une deuxième relation. Elle l'avait jamais épousé. And she said, oh, I'd love to go back to Lanzarote. J'aimerais bien retourner, effectivement, en Lanzarote, pardon. And I said, rentrer is the feeling of this. And I said, well, I'll treat you. Come on holiday with me. Moi, je te fais plaisir. Viens avec moi. She goes, no, I'm paying. Non. Je t'invite. I was like, Ellie Mae, that is not happening. Ça n'arrivera jamais. We then found out later she had like 3 million in the bank when she got it. But like, and every day she's a bit sad and on her own. Elle était un peu triste et solitaire. I'd be like, where do you want to go? Like if I was visiting my grandma, I'd be like, where do you want to go? Because she had a really nice car. And she'd say, I just really want to go to the McDonald's in Stone, which is like a tiny village near where I live. I was like, really? We could go anywhere. And I'd buy her a McDonald's, and she used to think it's the classiest, nicest thing in the entire world. I'd be like, bitch, we could have gone to any fucking nice hotel. Et je lui achetais son McDo. Et on aurait pu, listen, Colin, we could have. On aurait pu. Not we could, on aurait pu, we could have. And then she said to another neighbour, oh, do you know what? And I even went to Lanzarote without her and took photos of where she'd said she was going to buy a property. And she said to another neighbour, do you know what? She said, if I'd have gone with Luke on that holiday, I think I'd have just bought him that apartment because it was still available. And stupidly, I mean, I don't regret that. I regret the fact that she didn't get her holiday. I don't give a fuck about the money. Yeah, but it was so, I have a talent like you cannot believe in this world for self-sabotage on a level you cannot possibly understand. I absolutely mean this on my daughter's soul. May she burn in hell if I'm saying one word of a lie. 3 people offered me $1 million to dump my ex. 3 people, all of whom were financially in this position, hated him so much. And how, like, all-encompassing. I'm not speaking ill of paranoid schizophrenia, but it was just a lot dealing with him. And they were like, Luke, if you dump his ass, we will give you $1 million. You can start again. I was like, no, I love him. It's an honor to look after him. Bullshit. You know, 3 personnes m'ont proposé, you know, $2. And it was just like insane. And when I look back at it, I'm just like, I'm such a shit for brains. I once got this kid into this really, really nice private school. Tom will know what this is. It's called Harrow. And this woman invited me to go and teach. She lives by the park in Regent's Park. Donc, elle habite tout près du parc à Regent's Park. Very similar to where, you know, west side of Central Park West is. And I turned up and this woman was like, oh, it's not for me, it's for my kid. Alors, je suis arrivé, c'est pas pour moi, c'est pour mon gosse. This is where you guys are going to take over. Hazel, you'll go. I said to me, why did you lie to me? I don't work with children. Why did you lie to me? I don't work with children.
Pourquoi tu m'as menti? Je ne travaille pas avec les enfants.
Business. I've just turned up. I've just met the woman. She's an adult.
Pourquoi vous me mentez?
No. You can go in the past, but it just needs to be vous.
Pourquoi vous m'avez menti? Je ne travaille pas.
Get your conscience in order. Pourquoi vous m'avez menti?
Pourquoi tu m'avais menti?
Vous.
Pourquoi vous m'avez menti? Je ne travaille pas avec les enfants.
Pardon me with my mouth full. You don't seem to like saying pourquoi vous. Go quickly. Pourquoi vous m'avez menti?
Pourquoi vous m'avez menti?
Don't jump. Smooth. Pourquoi vous... So, the movement is not here. This is still. But here, shit is moving up and down all the time. Pourquoi vous m'avez menti? But this is still. Still busy. Still Busy. Off you go. Pourquoi vous m'avez menti? Hon, hi, hon.
Pourquoi vous m'avez
No, no,
menti?
no. Pourquoi vous m'avez menti? Quickly.
Pourquoi
Yes,
vous m'avez
if you're
menti?
anybody that falls over it, they're trying to do too much here. Pourquoi vous m'avez menti? Brrr, pourquoi vous m'avez menti?
Pourquoi vous m'avez menti?
You need to fundamentally accept that what you think of as speaking is English speaking. Your mouth can work in a different way. Just for me in English, and you're a very well-spoken person in English, you have a lovely voice, but just for me, say, I've trained Nathan to ask a series of questions that you think are innocent, but I'll have all your password information before you can fucking imagine. So, good boy, Nathan. So, just say for me, Hazel, all right, Luke, how are you? All right, Luke, how are you? Like really paranoid.
All right, Luke, how are you?
No, you go, all right, Luke, how are you? Don't move your mouth. All right, Luke, how are you? Hi. Imagine you'd had far too much Botox. All right, Luke. All right, Luke, how are you again?
All right, Luke, how are you?
No, you go, how are you? Hi, Luke. Hi. Imagine you've been given a drug and your face is falling asleep. Hi, Luke. Go like that. Hi.
Hi.
No, you go, hi. Don't drop it all. Luke, quickly. They've given me some. This is getting a bit date rapey. I don't like this. But Tom's loving it. But basically, just keep your face relaxed. Just go, hi. How are you?
Hi. How are you?
You've been affected by the serious issue of sexual assault and a rape and a date. Please get help or message me privately, and I'll put you in touch with somebody. We're not making light of that topic. All right. Good. Now do the French assembly. Salut, comment tu vas? Salut, comment tu vas? Relax, chilled mouth.
Salut, comment tu vas?
Nice. Now push more on the chest. Don't move the mouth. Salut, comment tu vas?
Salut, comment tu vas?
Don't go busy here. All right. Good. I said if I she said I'm desperate. I want him to go to a really good school. I'm desperate, she said. I want him to go to a really good school.
Je suis désespérée. Je voulais aller.
B French. If you need to go round, go round. If you need to slow down, slow down. But B the situation. Don't be academic. I'm desperate. I want him to go to a really good school.
Je suis désespérée.
It's not. I need to hear from you, if I listen to it back, that it could sound like a person in that situation. That's what I want from you. It's good to do translation, but I need you to sound like a person in that situation.
Je suis désespérée. Je veux que mon
Really,
fils...
are you? You sound pretty chill. Désespéré. Come on. Be French.
Je suis désespérée. Je veux que mon fils...
Is that your desperate? You haven't suffered, my darling. Not that I want you to, but you haven't suffered. Je suis désespéré. Je veux qu'il... Off you go. Go on, give me that. Don't be boring. I don't need to be boring in French. Oh, mais je suis désespéré.
Oh, je suis désespérée. Je veux vraiment...
Starting to meet you. World meet Hazel. Hazel world. Getting interesting. Okay. Off you go. I want him to go to a good school.
Je suis désespérée. Je voulais aller à une bonne école.
What did I say to Tom? I want, he goes. What word goes in the middle? What often happens on the right-hand side of that? I want him to go to a good school.
Okay.
And what's on the right of it, Hazel? What's on the right of je veux que?
Something in subjunctive.
Good. So I want him to go to a good school. Slowly, no jumps. Slowly, no jumps.
Je suis désespérée. Je veux qu'il aille à une bonne école.
Nice. Be desperate. Oh non, mais non, monsieur, je suis désespéré. Je veux qu'il aille à une bonne école.
Je suis désespérée. Je veux qu'il aille à une bonne école.
The more you engage your emotional thing here, the more your French will work, because this is the same place. Oh, mais non, Luc, reste. Je t'ai fait un gâteau, mais tu vas même pas rester le manger avec moi. Dégage, j'ai plus envie de te voir. Oh oui, j'ai fait un gâteau, je veux plus te voir, whatever. Be French, be interesting. Non, monsieur, je suis désespéré, je veux qu'il aille à une bonne école. Off you go.
Je suis désespérée, je veux qu'il aille à une bonne école.
Mhm. Good. Stuart. So I decided to do, no, sorry, I said he doesn't need a high level of French for the exam. I said he doesn't need a high level of French for the exam.
J'ai dit,
He doesn't need a high level of French.
Il faut pas un niveau haut de français.
For the exam.
Pour l'examen.
Lovely. Il lui faut pas un haut niveau de français pour l'examen. Try again. Il lui faut pas un haut niveau de français pour l'examen.
Il lui faut pas. Oh.
Il lui faut pas.
Il lui faut un niveau haut pour le français.
Pour l'examen.
De français. Pour l'examen.
Good. Not one of you uncouth bitches said à tes souhaits. You were all like, die, cunt. Okay. Lovely.
You could have ordered it. You could have put it into the sentence, required sentence.
Well, I have to tell you to translate manners. Yeah. Stuart, having spent an hour with him, I realized something. Having spent an hour with him, I realized something.
Ayant passé une heure avec lui, je me suis rendu compte de quelque chose.
Good. You don't like me when I make you join, but every time you practice anything joined up, the next 20 minutes sounds so good, and then you naturally want to separate again. Didn't that sound good, Tom? That sounded so nice. Yeah. Good. Colin. At the end of the hour, she wanted to know what, as a non-question, remember us, Colin? At the end of the hour, she wanted to know what I thought of her son. At the end of the hour, she wanted to know what I thought of her son.
En fin de l'heure.
I'm loving the vocal technique. It is much better, good man. Good man. It's feminine. À la fin. Au début, à la fin. Yeah? At the end of the hour, go again, but the vocal technique was brilliant.
À la fin de l'heure.
Good. Good. Remember that voice. Remember that placement. That was fabulous. That was so much better than... All right, off we go. She wanted to know what I thought of her son.
Elle veut savoir que je...
Good God! Assimilate. What is the word for what when it is not a question that we went over?
Elle veut...
No, shut up. What is the word? Just tell me, what are the words for what that I told you when it's not a question? What when it's not a question? So, thank you. God, you had one job. Off you go. She wanted to know what I thought.
Elle veut...
She's a woman. She's a woman, and she wanted is in the past. She wanted. Elle voulait.
Elle a voulu.
I could use elle a voulu, or I could use the imperfect. So what's she wanted and the imperfect? Elle voulait.
Elle voulait.
So off you go. She wanted to know what I thought of her son.
Elle voulait savoir que je...
No, the word for what when it's not... Okay. What's the word for what when it's not a question?
Ce que.
That's it, okay.
Elle voulait ce que je pense que...
Repeat after me. Elle voulait savoir...
Elle voulait savoir...
What when it's not a question? What's the word?
Ce que...
I thought, imperfect.
J'ai pensé.
I thought, je pensais.
Je pense. Je pensais.
of her son.
De son fils.
Good. Has somebody just popped in the chat? Was it just flashed up? Why is it just flashed up? That was odd. Okay. Lovely. Tom, I said to her, he's had too much tuition. He's not a normal kid. He can barely look at me.
Je dis à elle.
Mo, I said to
Je
her,
lui dis.
I said past tense.
J'ai dit.
To her.
Je lui ai dit.
But can GCC French have its fucking question back? Go. Je lui ai dit.
Je lui ai dit, il a eu trop de tuition.
If you were going to make tuition a word, how do you pronounce T-I-O-N anyway?
Tion.
Thank you. Look at the grey you're bringing in. Okay, but the word is de cours particulier. De cours particulier. Voilà. Il a eu trop de cours particuliers. I figure.
Il a eu trop de cours particuliers.
But your vowels are precise as shit, though. I could not cope with the grammar and the voice, so that's good, right? Okay. He needs confidence.
Il te faut confiance.
And again?
Il te faut confiance. Il lui faut confiance.
Lovely. Il lui faut un peu de confiance. Okay. Okay. Or de la, you know, you can't just go straight into a noun, can you? Unless it's Christmas, right? I don't mean at Christmas you're allowed to. I mean, the word Christmas doesn't need an article. Maybe just this once at Christmas, I'll let you know. Okay. Yeah. Il te faut de la confiance. Okay.
Il faut de la confiance.
She said, teach him.
Elle a dit l'enseigne.
Donne-lui des cours, or enseigne-lui. Yeah, okay. So I'm not going to make you translate this, but basically, I said, look, he doesn't need French for the second year entrance exam for Harrow School. J'ai dit, il lui faut pas un niveau de français pour effectivement l'examen de la deuxième année pour entrer à l'école. I said, what he needs is to go outside, hang with normal kids, and be able to look people in the eye. Ce qu'il lui faut, effectivement, c'est de pouvoir sortir, jouer avec d'autres enfants, et voilà, de regarder les gens fixés aux yeux, quoi. And she was like, we'll teach him. I said, if he has an interview with the headmaster, which he probably will in the second year, because it's not like all the other kids going at 11, he's fucked. J'ai dit, s'il avait un entretien avec le principal, I thought I'd say that for comedy, avec le directeur, voilà, il est foutu. So she said, do this. So I went, all right then, because I like a challenge, and we've all seen My Fair Lady or watched Pygmalion or read it. So I kid you not, I absolutely kid you not, his name's Aman. And I spent a month going, no, shake my hand. No, look me in the eye. No, speak to me properly. No, do this. Come in. Yes, sir. Yes, I'm interested in this, whatever. So guess who got into Harrow? This kid. And she was like, she wrote me a check, like as a prize. So she paid me, and then she wrote me like a well done bonus thing. And that just pissed me off, because there's many things I can tolerate, but being patronized is not one of them. Yeah, and so effectively I just went, nah, do you know what? I've been paid already, my darling. I've been paid already, you know? So I was then walking through the park. Nathan, take over. I was wandering through the park about 6 years later.
Je me baladais dans le parc peut-être 6 ans plus tard.
Je me baladais au parc 6 ans plus tard.
Je me baladais au parc 6 ans plus tard.
I saw Tom leaving a bush and closing his flies.
J'ai vu Tom en sortir.
Verbs of perception.
J'ai vu Tom sortir. J'ai vu Tom sort dans bush.
What do linguists do?
Listen.
What does the verb of perception involve that we've had already? When you have a verb of perception, you have an infinitive, don't you? No prepositions. I saw Tom coming out of a bush.
J'ai vu Tom parti dans bush.
What form of a language? What's coming out?
J'ai fait l'élève.
Oh, what's the verb to come out?
Partir.
No.
Sortir.
Thank you. Joking apart, if you were like, coming out, that would be se déclarer gay, right? So lovely. So j'ai vu, whatever. So j'ai vu Tom sortir, voilà, you know, de l'arbuste, whatever, you know, like d'une biseau, you know, whatever. But I saw, so when I was wandering in the park, I saw him. Oh no, I was just fucking around with Tom being in the park. I saw a really good looking. Now in British English, we'd say Asian, but this would mean India, subcontinent, Pakistani, that kind of, you know, ethnicity. So somebody who's British of that ethnic background. So you wouldn't in French say asiatique, we'd say indien for that, okay? Or d'origine indienne, all right? So say for me, I saw an Asian guy in British English, or I saw like an Indian looking guy of about 19. I saw a handsome Indian guy of about 19. Say for me, I saw a handsome Indian guy of about 19.
J'ai vu un beau gosse d'origine indienne.
D'origine what?
D'origine indienne.
Indienne, yeah.
Indienne.
Yeah, and origine is a feminine word. He approached me.
Il est venu vers moi.
Il s'est approché de moi.
Il s'est approché de moi.
I mean, he was a Calvin Klein looking motherfucker. I mean, he was like full on, like, you know, Ralph Lauren looking polo thing, little preppy thing around his thing, hair beautifully done. Do you know what I mean? Like, whatever. And he went, and he had two girls either side of him who obviously were competing for his attention. Great bod, all of this, clearly did loads of sport, all of this business, whatever. I mean, I can't explain to you how much of a little squirrel this person was before he's like, I couldn't even, like, literally, I'm not even joking, I took a pair of scissors and I cut his hair because he kept playing with it and hiding it over his eyes. So I literally went, here, come here. I went, right, sit down. I really did. I did buy him some really expensive hair gel the next day and say, make yourself something cool. I did. Because none of the boys talk to me. I was like, well, because you're fucking hiding. Own it, dude. Like, whatever. Don't get me wrong, I'm the last person when it comes to toxic masculinity. Please. But I'm like, fucking own it. Own it. So this kid was like in front of these girls. Alors ce mec devant ses enfants, he said, this is Luke. He was like a dad to me. I nearly wept. I literally spot. So say for me, he said, this is Luke. He's like a dad for me. Hazel.
Ça c'est Luc. Il est comme.
Anything that comes out of your mouth needs to be passable. You slow down, you go round. Those two things are fine. But you say something that is socially doable in France at the time. Be him. Say for me, this is Luke. He was like a dad to me. Get into the habit of being in the situation. Off you go. This is Luke. He was like a dad to me.
Ça c'est Luc. Il était comme père.
This is not what I asked for. You just listen to me and nod sweetly. I've asked for continuous breath. Keep the previous vowel going. I will not say that again.
Ça c'est Luc. Il était comme père pour moi à l'époque.
Good, but you landed on your feet there because you'd had time to think of the sentence. New sentences, keep it going. Listen to me, people, because you've got to use your muscle memory, all right? He was like, he'd gone off to London School of Economics. He was like clearly destined for whatever good. I mean, the family had shitloads of cash anyway. We should have seen where they lived. But I was like, oh my God, I really did turn a geeky little. He was basically like the Indian geek on Big Bang Theory, and I turned him into like this like athletic Mowgli figure. Like it was just like, I was just like, wow. It was like Queer Eye for the Straight Guy, but meets secondary education. It was phenomenal. It was phenomenal. Right, Denise, you'll go. So I often think of him when I cross the park by foot.
Je pense souvent à lui quand je traverse le parc.
Je pense. Go again. I often think of him.
Je lui pense souvent.
No.
I know, it's
If this were Brendan, I'd make you tell me how many times I've given you this correction. Think of. Now, a moment ago, we were playing.
Oui. Je pense de lui souvent.
Je pense what? Je pense.
Je pense de lui.
Mo? Is that what the excitement was for?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Solve it. I'm not going to solve it. Je pense. Say for me, I'm thinking of the situation. One of Colin's sentences that's going to come up. Je pense.
Je pense à la situation.
Can you say the word "ah" properly and maybe you'll remember it?
Je pense à la situation.
There you go. That's why you guys don't remember it, because you get ugh. Okay, go again. Je pense à la situation.
Je pense à la situation.
Which word comes after penser for generally thinking of something?
Ah.
Say it for me properly.
Ah.
Which word comes after penser for an opinion? Hey, Colin, what do you think of the? What word comes after penser for an opinion?
De.
Say it for me properly.
De.
No.
De.
You've gone de. They sound the same.
De.
Ah, de. Let me hear it.
De.
Let me hear the two differences.
A. De.
More difference.
A. De.
Good. That was really nice. When you did that straight away, I went, ooh, do that, people. Yeah, so I think of him. And again, slide slowly, reach the heights and the depths in your voice. I often think of him.
Oh, wait. Now I'm getting.
I often think of him. That's what I want.
Je pense souvent à lui.
The preposition you've just told me about.
Je pense souvent à lui.
The preposition you have just told me we use with penser. When we think. Yeah, which preposition is it? Good. I want you guys to think of a big question mark. I shall sport a green leotard with a Riddler costume. If you use de, it needs to be this element of question. Hey, Denise, what do you think of her dress? Qu'est-ce que tu penses de sa robe? Yeah? Qu'est-ce que tu en penses? But if it's like, oh, well, I tell you what, Denise, I was thinking of that thing you asked me the day. Alors, j'ai pensé à. Your go-to verb for penser is à, unless you're in a questions format. For the moment. All right, off you go. So say to me, I was thinking of him.
Je pensais à lui.
Run through it again.
Je pensais à lui.
Love. So say to me, I often think of him. Present tense, I often think of him.
Je pense souvent à lui.
What goes before the lui?
Ah.
Go again then.
Je pense souvent à lui.
Are you saying souvent à lui in a kind of join? Are you saying de or souvent à lui in a joined way?
I was saying it in a joined way.
Yeah, don't do that. Je pense souvent à lui. I see what you're doing. No. Je pense souvent à lui. Don't do souvent à lui. No. Not out of church, no.
Okay. Je pense souvent à lui.
Don't let the drop down your throat. Je pense souvent à lui.
Je pense souvent à lui.
Good. And again.
Oui.
Good. Lovely. Any questions on anything we've done? Anything at all? Any questions or asks for recommendations or stuff you should watch? Any like, oh, I don't understand that bit, any videos or whatever. Anything on the grammar we've done, anything we've mentioned? Is everybody clear what their pronunciation issues are? Is everybody clear what videos they've got to watch? If I've told you to watch the... So, Colin, you would do well to watch the C word video. Let me see if I can just find that.
And is that the one with the green and the...
No, that's your second choice.
Okay.
No, not your second choice. You've got two things to watch, but language learning. I think I literally called it C word. The C word.
Okay.
Wow, I'm even in a jacket. Holy shit. Hello. Oh God, whenever I teach you guys, the pop-ups on YouTube are always the most dumb thing. I still have that jacket. Wow, I've got like a whiteboard and everything. Basically, Colin, level 1 issue on C word is understand. Yeah, so level 1 people with C word is basically understand that if you're pointing at something, it's going to be the C. Okay, level 2, understand that sometimes it has a noun, sometimes it doesn't. So this man, cet homme, you know, this one, celui-ci. So you've got ce, cet, c'est. Then you've got the ceci, cela, ça business, which is like when it's sitting in the middle and it's not referring to a noun. And then you've got the celui, celle, ce, celle, when it's referring to a masculine or a feminine or a singular or a plural. And then other words are going to come after it. All right. Those are your 4 things. Really, those are your main things. Get that really down. So you've got your side with a noun, side which refers to a noun, side which doesn't refer to a noun in the middle. That's your kind of thing. The next thing for you guys to play out if you're a bit more advanced is the combination of celui with things like le mien, la mienne. So Stuart, just say for me, Luke's one is smaller than my one if we're referring to something masculine. Because don't think, oh yeah, I know the C words, I'm good. It's for people who are more beginner. So Stuart, say for me, Luke's one is referring. Luke's one is smaller than my one if we're referring to something masculine. Might that be? Your microphone.
Celui, Luke.
Careful, careful. Almost. How would you say Luke's house?
La maison de Luc.
Lovely. Celui takes the place of a noun. So if celui was, if we're saying Luke's one, referring to a house, which is feminine, how would we say Luke's one? So,
celle.
Luke's one. How do we make it Luke's one? Celle
de Luc.
That's it. So you can combine the C words with names. You have to. Notice we don't always say that. Tom's was brilliant. Yeah, I've read a couple of suggestions. Tom's was brilliant. The one of Tom, celle de Tom. Yeah. So how would you say my one if you're referring to, say, something feminine? How would you say my one if you're referring to something feminine, Stuart?
Wait.
My one. No C word involved.
La mienne. La mienne.
That's it. So now tally up in your brain, guys, that the C word and the L possessives, the possessive pronouns rather than possessive adjectives, often come together. Tom, do this for me. Referring to something feminine, Luke's one is smaller than mine.
Celle de Luc est plus petite de la mienne.
Plus petite what? Plus petite?
De la mienne.
Wider. Say for me, Luke is taller than I am. So Luke is taller than I. But say Luc est plus grand que.
Luc est plus grand que moi.
There we go. So say for me, Luke's one is smaller than my one.
Celle de Luc est plus petite de.
We've just come full circle. Denise feels vindicated on the at and der business. Off you go. Just talk to you and then you do this. Off you go. Look at her. She's so happy you fucked that up.
I'm always here to fuck it up. Celle de Luc est plus petite que la mienne. Oh Jesus.
La mienne. That's it. Mienne. Nathan, our one is more expensive than Tom's. Our one is more expensive than Tom's. Let's make it masculine singular.
Le nôtre est plus cher que celui de Tom.
Yeah, you all want to be in the L's or you want to be in the C's. You're going to be in both, haven't you? Yes. All right, Denise, and for me. This one is prettier than Luke's one. So we're talking about a bicycle or some shit. Oh, this one's prettier than Luke's one. It's got someone's painted flowers on it. This one is prettier than Luke's one.
Male or female?
Bicycle. So to be fair, you could get away with either, because you could either go with vélo or bicyclette, which is male or female. So say for me, this one, oh, this one's prettier than Luke's one. Last sentence of the day.
Celle-ci est plus belle que celle de Luc.
That's it. So sometimes you'll have the cell and a word. Sometimes you have the cell and a possessive, like with the, you know, the Gallic genitive isn't kind of like, you know, de Luc kind of thing. Sometimes so all of that shit lives together. All of that shit lives together. Don't be bringing in lequel with any of it, because it's this one is the Luke's one. Yeah, there's no lequel. You know, okay, that's fine. Good, well done. If you've enjoyed tonight's episode, the character of Stuart was played by Stuart. The character of Colin was played by Colin. The character of Tom this evening, our normal actor was absent and was played by Tom. Okay, because the vowels are fabulous. You know, and the role of Tom was played by someone else. I don't know. Fabulous, fucking fabulous vowels. Gorgeous, gorgeous. The role of Denise was played by Denise. And the role of Nathan in tonight was played by Nathan. Lovely. There is a Kofi link that will be posted under the uploading of this video. The people here pay me, but if you enjoyed the free video of 2 hours, then by all means make a Kofi contribution and a donation. The podcasts are available. If you're following this class and you don't understand anything that's been mentioned, by all means feel free to ask a question underneath. I don't have a problem with that. Can you refer in minutes and seconds to how far in it is? If you're pointing out something fucking funny or hilarious, by all means point in, write out how many minutes and seconds in it is, because otherwise I'm not going to watch a 2-hour video and know what sentences I gave you to translate. People always go, what did you mean by this bit? I'm like, I'm not going to watch a 2-hour video to work that out. Good, excellent, excellent. I'm just going to say goodbye to my friends. I should get rid of this now. Good, excellent. If you're interested in joining us if you're interested in following in the new from the beginning videos, if this is too hard for you and you've only just discovered the channel, remember that we have we have started 2 weeks ago from the beginning class, which is available as well. All right, take care, guys. Just say goodbye to the people recording. Hang on, I'm not going yet, Colin. Wait there 1 second. Stop.